Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today's block is called the Paper Pinwheel, and it's just made with one print and a background, and it uses 4 half square triangles and everything else are squares. So I hope you will stay with me and I'll show you how to make the Paper Pinwheel block. Here are the fabrics you need to make the Paper Pinwheel block. For A, you'll need 4 2.5-inch squares. For B, you'll need 2 3-inch squares. C is also 2 3-inch squares, and D is 8 2.5-inch squares. Now I'm going to adjust the camera and we'll start making half square triangles. Now we're going to make half square triangles out of the C and the B squares. And we're going to put them right sides together and sew 1/4 inch away from the drawn line on the C squares. And we're going to do that on both sides of the drawn line. So we're just going to put them right sides together and sew 1/4 inch away from that drawn line. Okay, I'm going to cut along the drawn line, and we'll have 2 half square triangles from each set here, for a total of 4 half square triangles. So here we go. So I am going to press these and trim them down. They're just a little bit large. They need to be 2.5 inches square. So I'm going to press and trim, and then we're going to lay everything out and sew the pieces into rows. Okay, so now we're ready to lay the block out. So I'm going to use the background square, which is the D square. I'm going to start with that. And half square triangle. It's going to go like this, and then I need 2 D squares. So following the diagram will help a whole lot. The next row is also a D square and a B square, another B square, and a half square triangle that faces this direction. Next row is a half square triangle, 2 B squares, and a background D square. And then we need 2 D squares, and this half square triangle faces that way, and then the last D square. So I'm gonna look at this a little, push things together a little closer, make sure. See, these half square triangles all need to kind of start spinning, so that makes your pinwheel. Okay, so now I'm going to sew everything into rows, and then I'll sew the rows together to complete the block. Okay, I'm going to sew the first 2 pieces of each row together, and then I'll add the 3rd piece and then the 4th. Okay, so there's the first two pieces of each row done. And I'm laying them right next to the rest of the row pieces. And then I'll add piece number 3 to each row. Okay, now I'm adding the 4th piece to each row. And then we'll press and sew all the rows together. Okay, now I'm going to press each row, and I'm going to press the seam allowance in opposite directions. Okay, now we'll sew the rows together, and I'm going to nest the seams and pin them, and then sew the rows together. Okay, here's the finished paper pinwheel block. So that one was really fast. It's another 8-inch block and just uses one color print in a background and 4 half square triangles, and the rest are squares. So this one went together really fast, and I think it'll look really nice in the quilt. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video on the paper pinwheel block. This is a little 8-inch block. When it's finished, it's 8.5 inches square right now. It goes together really easily and really quickly, so you can make a whole bunch of these in no time. So this is going to go in my quilt, my sampler quilt that has the 16 and the 8-inch blocks combined. So along with all those other little 8-inch blocks I've done. So getting close to having these piece blocks done, and then I'll have to do the rest of it. So it's still gonna take a while. But anyway, I think this is a cute little block. And this deep orange color I think will really kind of pop in the quilt. So I think it'll be a little kind of a color surprise. So anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video comes up. And in the meantime, hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my latest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.